Following the heels of back-to-back losses, the Bruins are looking to bounce back with a W today in the Davis Fieldhouse here in Greenville, South Carolina. Hey, folks, I'm Johnny Gamet, bringing you the call today as the Bruins welcoming Mississippi University, who comes into the game at 8-9 on the year. They are in the midst of a three-game losing streak. Bruins coming into this one losing 2 of their last 3. And talking with the coaching staff a little bit before the game, they just said, we are in need of a win. These guys need a spark plug. You see the starting lineup is a little bit different here tonight. Coach Tony Miller just hoping to shake some things up here, and they start off really well that time as Henry Blair finding a seam and opens the scoring for 2. The Owls with their first possession of the game. Pouncey up top. Zaradin now down low, and it's Sean Wright getting the first bucket of the day for the Owls. Back come the Bruins. It's Pouncey, Brush, Hughley, Blair, and Sims, your starting 5 for the Bruins here tonight. Inbounded to Sims. That one batted down. Blair gets it back. Floater on the way. Henry Blair with back-to-back buckets to get going here early on for the Bruins. And we're going to have a charge. And Milos Zaradin was a little too forceful with the push-off, trying to create some space, and knocked Pouncey to the floor, and that is going to be a charge call, first foul of the contest. And actually a little bit of a delay here as the Bruins during warm-ups had forgotten to clean up all the extra balls, and so having to run those to the sideline real quick. And we're back underway here as Pouncey bringing it ahead. Again, Testadas Pouncey, more of a sixth man for the Bruins coming off the bench so far this year. This one gets down to Hughley in the post. That one batted out of bounds. It'll stay Bruins possession here. Skip pass into Brian Sims, and see if he can get the offense going here for the Bruins. 4-2 our score here in the early goings. Both baskets, I should say, from Henry Blair in the early stages here. Brush trying to get it inside, turnover. And back come the Owls. It's something the Bruins struggled with a lot on Tuesday night as they were on the road at Warren Wilson in Asheville, North Carolina. The Bruins committing 22 turnovers in that loss. Again, talking to Coach Tony Miller after the game, he was very upset. His quote after the game is, we got to take a hard look in the mirror. He said, if we're going to be any kind of good this year, we cannot be making these kinds of mistakes. He said, and it was just uncharacteristic turnovers. He said, just doing dumb things with the basketball. And so one of the keys in this game, the coaching staff talking about just playing smart, going through their progressions and making sure that not giving away needless turnovers. Hughley has the ball top of the key. He'll hand it off to Henry Blair. Good pick and roll there as it goes back to Hughley, and it's going to be a jump ball here as Sean Wright and Hughley were tied up. And possession arrow goes back to Mississippi University. And we're going to have a traveling call. So another turnover on the Owls. Couple of turnovers for Mississippi University and a couple for the Bruins. They still hold the upper hand here just over 2.5 minutes into the contest. Pouncey back outside to Brush. Little hesitation back up top of the key. Pouncey, crossover move, goes through the lane and has that one blocked out of bounds. It'll stay Bruins possession. Blair back across. Now Hughley gets it on the block. Got the isolation he wanted. Now drawn back out. Hughley has to go off of his foot. Has to regroup. 5 on the shot clock. Blair through the lane, up. And we're going to have a foul called as he was heading to the rack. We are going to have 2 shots, so it is a shooting foul. Second foul on the Owls. That's the first on Sean Wright, the senior from Shaw, Mississippi. Another key thing for the Bruins in this game has to be their effort from the charity stripe. Again, in the last 2 games, the Bruins have shot 54 and 52% in consecutive games. And again, that is a huge contributor, especially when you think about typically some of these games in the late goings and how close the score was. When you're missing half of your free throw attempts, you're leaving free points off of the scoreboard. And again, obviously nobody's expecting perfection, but you've got to have a bigger team effort from the charity stripe. That's the first charge call on Henry Blair, his first foul, team's first foul, as the Bruins still hold a 5-4 lead early on here in the first half. Brush outside to Pouncey. That one rattles and gets the home bounce. Pouncey gets his first 3 of the contest, and he opens up an 8-6 advantage for the Bruins. Used to have a coach in high school that used to say, hey, it doesn't matter how it goes in. If it goes in, it counts. And that was the case for Pouncey on that one. That hit every angle of the rim before it finally dropped. Sims in close. That's no good. That's going to be batted towards the sideline and eventually secured by the Owls. That's Shepard driving with the right hand. No good. Offensive rebound is up, and it is Bry Hopkins who is able to get the and one to tie this game up at 8. That's going to be on Stephon Hughley, his first, team second here in the first half. Bruins kicking off the first of 4 home games. We got 3 coming up this next week. It's a big week for Bruins basketball. Tuesday night doubleheader, Friday night doubleheader, and Saturday night doubleheader, all here at the Davis Fieldhouse. So make your plans to join us. Always a great atmosphere. We also have the high school invitational basketball tournament coming this week as 12 teams from around the country descend to Greenville and take part in our annual high school invitational basketball tournament. Always a great time, so make your plans to join us. All games, free admission. And particularly on Tuesday, Bruins men's basketball will battle Johnson & Wales University, and then 2 South Region matchups coming up next weekend as the Bruins take on Trinity Baptist College on Friday night. Trinity Baptist red hot in the South Region right now. And then they battle rival Pensacola Christian College next Saturday. Henry Blair from the corner as he knocks down the tray. These 2 teams have gone back and forth in the first 5.5 minutes of play here in the Davis Fieldhouse. Both teams desperate to get into the winning column as both are in the midst of a losing skid. We're going to have a foul here on Stephon Hughley, I think. Hughley disagrees with it, and again, I was kind of watching there as well, and you hear players all the time talk about a soft foul, and that was, in my opinion, a pretty soft foul. This one through the lane, battling his way down low is Thomas Wright, the 6'3 junior from Pensacola, Florida, and he ties it back up at 11-11. Brush able to get in close. And again, Bruins doing a good job so far this first half of finding those high percentage looks inside. Zaradajan getting it inside to Thomas Wright. Wright back outside. Now gets it back himself, battling Harris. Harris, good defense there. This one pops back out. You can hear the Bruins bench encouraging their teammates. Again, one of the struggles the Bruins had in their back-to-back losses was the defensive effort. And again, Coach Tony Miller arguing with the official on that one. Again, the exact same sequence where Henry Blair was called for a charge, this time not called. And again, as I say all the time, you don't give officials a hard time for the way that they call. You give officials a hard time for the consistency in which they call the game. That's what every player and coach will tell you about officiating. If you have a consistent official, nobody's going to argue with him because you know how he's going to call the game. But when it's a foul this time and it's not a foul the next time, and now Coach Miller's going to be rung up. And again, it's a consistency thing. When you are not calling the exact same sequence that just happened on the other side of the court, a coach is going to have the right to talk to an official and say, listen, can you give me a little bit of a clarification here? Because, again, it was a mirror play, an exact mirror play of what just happened 2 plays before with Henry Blair on the baseline. And the exact same thing transpired on the other side with a push-off very clearly. Defender goes down, and one time it's called and one time it's not. In any case, technical foul assessed to Coach Tony Miller, and both free throws are made, so we got a tie score at 15 apiece, and the Owls will get possession here. Stolen right back by Henry Blair. Pouncey. Now back to Blair, swing pass over to Brush. Gets it down to Harris on the block. Again, Stephon Hughley on the bench with 2 fouls early on. Brush through the lane. 3 from the outside, no good. Sims gets his own rebound, back up top. Solid basket that time by the Owls right as the shot clock was expiring. Sims has this one poked away, and we're going to have, I believe, a foul called here on Zaradajan. And we'll have our first media timeout. With nationwide capabilities, Ronald Blue Trust provides wealth management strategies and trust services based on biblical principles to help clients make wise financial decisions, live generously, and leave a lasting legacy. You can find out more information, ronblue.com/Greenville. Back underway here from the Davis Fieldhouse. Mississippi University with a 17-15 advantage over your BJU Bruins. We're near the midway point of the first half here. in Greenville, South Carolina. Harris trying with a reverse layup. That one not going. Owls get the rebound. Substitutions during that last time out for the Owls. That was Causey bringing it up. Now back outside. This is Dukes through the lane. That one blocked by Hayes' brush, but it'll stay Owls' possession. That shot not hitting anything. Brush. Back outside. Pouncey. He'll take the three. Got it! Pouncey for three. That's his second of the first half. And the Bruins regain the lead, 18-17. And we're going to have an offensive foul. As Thomas Wright, again, initiating that contact, and a lot of times as an official. And we're going to have a foul now called on Shepard.
That foul is on number 2, Andrew Shepard. That's his first personal fourth team foul, 15 fouls.
Henry Blair coming back with a basket for the Bruins. Through the lane. Now Wright secures it for the Owls. Swing pass across. Dukes drives to his left. Back up top to Causey. Three-point shot from deep. And Harris will pull down the offensive rebound, and Wright is going to pick up another foul here. And that's his second. Sixth team foul for the Owls. They lead 20-17.
So for the Bruins, I'm going to get you number 21, Brian Sims, replacing number 4, Hayes Brush. And it's for the Owls. I'm going to get you number 24, Tyson Smith, replacing number 50, Thomas Wright.
Blair trying to get the shot in close.
Bruins ball.
Pouncey able to get the steal in close. And Pouncey with the and one.
That throw is number 20, Josh Dukes. That is his first personal 7th.
Great play that time. Presence of mind for Tostatus Pouncey as he has 8 points now in the first half for the Bruins. Leads all scorers. And misses the free throw opportunity. 22-17, biggest lead of the game so far for the Bruins. This is Shepard getting it inside. Pass back outside. Dukes handing this one off. Easy lay-in that time by Hopkins. Hopkins was in close and laid that one in. Back to a one-possession game, just over 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. Causey. And we're going to have a foul on Andrew Ahrens, who just checked into the game. Again, several off-the-ball fouls on both sides of the court for post players in the box. So the referee's not letting the back and forth pushing and shoving that often is apparent in most games, not letting it go here tonight. Dukes thought about a three there for a second, and then Henry Blair came to try to close out on Dukes, and the H train could not stop. We'll just say that. And Blair just went plowing into Dukes, and obviously completely unintentional, but that's his second foul. And that's going to force Henry Blair to sit on the bench for a little bit. So Blair with two, Hughley with two. Bruins have to go to the bench several times in this first half. Causey driving through. Sims. Brush trying to chase it down, and it's going to be Bruins possession. Pouncey thought about a three there for a second, gets it back to Brian Sims. Sims has it blocked. Back come the Owls in transition. Dukes, little hesitation, up off the glass, and a charge!
That foul is on number 20, Josh Dukes. That's his second personal.
8th team foul for the Owls. Bruins continue to maintain the three-point advantage here. Pouncey is out. William Snipes coming in for the Bruins. Seeing his first action of the contest. And back outside. Kenny Garrick for three. Doesn't hit anything. Chasing it down with Smithy. Back across to Evans. Good positioning that time by Hopkins.
That foul is on number 11, Andrew Ahrens. That is his second personal. 7th team foul. Second Bruins. Entering the game, number 31, Colin Jacobs.
Colin Jacobs coming into the game, and it will be an and one here. I thought it was a counted basket, and it will be. And that free throw is no good from Hopkins. Rebound to Jacobs, excuse me. Colin Jacobs, of course, joining the team at semester. And he brings a very big body that the Bruins need as the team looks to add some depth in the forward position. Jacobs, just an incredible story. He actually was a former D1 football commit. And just joined the Bruins this year at semester, as I said, already averaging 10 points a game. He's one of 4 players averaging double figures for the Bruins. Of course, not the same amount of work that some of the other players have, but again, just that veteran presence, that athleticism that the Bruins never will say no to in terms of when you have those high character guys and their ability to provide sheer athleticism as well. Garrick. Back up top to Snipes. Swing pass over to Brian Sims. It's Jacobs trying to battle for position. Gets it back. Tries to drop it in and off to the right that time. Bruins still maintaining a one-possession lead. Back up top, Causey. Throws this one up, no good. Rebound, no good. Trying to go back up, and this time Hopkins is fouled. Bry Hopkins has been a pivotal player for the Owls so far in this game, and he has been continually having a big presence down low for the team. He'll go to the line for 2 out of the timeout. Stay with us. .534 remaining here in the first half. Bruins with a 3-point lead over Mississippi University. Bruins coming into this one after back-to-back losses, and the Owls coming into this one having dropped 3 straight. So, as I said before, both teams really looking for the W in this game. Zarajanin back to right. Swing pass, he gets it back now. Drives to his right. Gets it back down low. Hopkins, turn around, hook shot is good. 24-23, just over 5 remaining in the first half. And now the Owls coming back with some pressure. Snipes. And that's going to be a travel. Back across, and a nice find at that time to give the Owls the lead as Hopkins got ahead of the Bruins defense. Bruins had put some pressure on and left them exposed on the defensive end. Now Snipes looking at his options. Hands this one off to Hayes Brush. Brush getting it down to Jacobs on the block. Double teamed. Back outside. Snipes. He'll take the 3 from the outside. Willie Snipes! Living up to the last name. It's a big basket for the Bruins here in this first half. And Jacobs going to be called for the foul.
That foul is on number 31, Colin Jacobs. It's his second personal. The Owls are in the bonus. Sub for the Bruins entering the game, number 24, Dylan Harris, replacing number 31, Colin Jacobs. Bry Hopkins at the line, shooting 2.
Snipes takes the three from the outside. And Snipes with back-to-back trays for the Bruins. And he gives them a 4-point advantage, 30-26. Just over 3 to go here in the opening half. Owls come right back with a 3 of their own. As Sean Wright knocks it down from the corner. Garrick has this one poked away. Back on the Owls in a 2-on-1. Trailing Hopkins is able to lay it in. And a timeout for the Bruins. 31-30, 2:37 to go in this opening half. Stay with us. Sims had that one poked away. Owls go coast to coast and get the easy layup. Back over to Pouncey. Sims floats this one off the back iron. Under 2 minutes to play in this first half. Bruins could desperately use to get a stop here and get some momentum going into the locker room. Through the lane. That one. And we're going to have a foul called on Snipes.
That foul is on number 15.
His first, team 10th, so the Owls will be in the double bonus the rest of this first half. Fadeaway shot on the way, no good. Rebound to the Owls. Back up and in as Smithy is able to score. It's a 6-point advantage for the Owls. Back across, Hopkins lays it in close. It's an 8-point lead. Again, at this point, the Bruins have got to stop the bleeding and get a basket here. Opportunity to go kind of for a 2-for-1 here. Snipes. Blair through the lane. Tough shot. And he's not able to get it to go. About a 6-second differential between the shot and game clocks here. Owls have the opportunity to build their first double-digit lead of the game. Up top, three-point shot away, short. Brush trying to chase this one down. Back across, and again, Hopkins wide open underneath the hoop. Bruins will have one more possession. Snipes through the lane, and it's going to be a blocking foul. That will send Snipes to the line. That's just the first on Bry Hopkins. Bit of a meltdown to end this first half for the Bruins. As this one heaved from a full court shot, it's not going to go. But the Owls, closing out the first half strong, they will take a 10-point lead into the break. Bruins have some adjustments to make at halftime. Stay with us. The Owls lead the Bruins at halftime, 40-30. Second half action about to begin here from the Davis Fieldhouse. Bruins taking on the Owls from Mississippi University, and the Bruins holding a slim lead for a majority of the latter part of the first half, and then the Owls just really turned it on in the final 2 minutes. They have been led by Bry Hopkins, 22 first half points for the big fella down low. He has been the difference maker for Mississippi here in this game. The Bruins have just got to take better care of the basketball latter part of the half. Several turnovers, and they also had some guys who, again, were in foul trouble and having to sit on the bench, and that's Hughley, who starts off the half strong. He was the big body presence the Bruins were missing in the late stages, particularly on the offensive end. He had to go out due to foul trouble. Henry Blair had to sit for a good bit in that first half due to foul trouble, and Hughley doing a good job with the and one opportunity there to cut the lead back to 7. Again, Bruins coming into this one on the heels of back-to-back losses to Toccoa Falls and then Warren Wilson. And Mississippi coming into this one on the heels of 3 straight losses. So both of these teams looking to rectify that losing streak. Pouncey, he had 8 points in the first half. Henry Blair led all Bruins scores with 10 in that first half. And that's a good bucket that time for Hayes Brush as he scores in close, cutting the lead back to 7, 42-35 is our score here in the second half. This is Wright working on Hughley. Back outside. Shepard back inside to Wright. And Wright muscling his way down low. Again, the Owls have done an excellent job in this game of working that ball inside and getting those high percentage looks. As I said, it was Hopkins who led the team with 22 points inside. I would venture to say that roughly 32 to 34 of the Owls' points were in the paint. It has been that decisive inside for the team, and the Bruins have got to do something down on the post. Otherwise, they are not going to be able to battle back into this game. Trevor Brunson sees his first action of the contest here as he checks into the game. Hughley gets it top of the key. He'll step in, take the jumper, and no good. Rebound Hopkins. Zarajanin gets it over to Wright. Zarajanin gets it back. Now down to Wright on the block. Up top to Wright. And the lane just opened wide. And Wright obliged and said, I'll take it. Sean Wright with another basket inside. Pouncey back outside to Brush. In the corner, Trevor Brunson. Big shot for Brunson. Seeing his first action and knocking down his first 3 of the contest. Bruins got to do it one defensive stop, one offensive possession at a time here. Back down low, Hopkins has this one go away. Back to Shepard. Rebound goes to Wright. Wright back up top. Now back inside, Hopkins. And again, wide open in the paint. New size was going to be a difficulty for the Bruins in this one, but they actually, from a size perspective, match up fairly well. It's not like you have the opposing team coming in with guys that are 6'7", 6'8". I mean, Thomas Wright, 6'3", Hopkins, 6'5". But the Bruins have similar size and height. It's Brush who's able to get the offensive rebound, gives it over to Henry Blair, and Blair cuts the lead back to 7. Problem is, the Bruins have not been able to slow the Owls. So all they've done here in the early goings of this second half is trade baskets. At some point, you have got to get those stops defensively. And we're going to have a foul called here on Pouncey on the reach-in on the way through the lane. That's the first team foul for the Bruins here in half number 2. And first foul for Pouncey in this game. That'll send Sean Wright to the line for 2. And he's able to hit the first.
So for the Owls entering the game, number 24, Tyson Smithy, replacing number 0, Brian Hopkins.
And this one rattles and doesn't go. Brush with the rebound. Blair coming back the other way. And we're going to have a jump ball call here. And Blair was looking for a foul on that play, and I agree with him. Just a lot of contact on that last possession. And again, the post players for the Owls are doing an excellent job of just bodying and getting in position. And it's just a matter of just them being able to just find them on the block. And it's a simple rotation and a simple layup. But that has been the strategy, and it has been working almost to perfection here for the Owls in this game. 16:01. Bruins trailing by 10. Back underway here from the Davis Fieldhouse, and Hughley has that one poked away. And we're going to have a timeout off of the loose ball here. And so we will regroup here. Cambria Hotel of Greenville is the official hotel of your BJU Bruins. They're located just off Woodruff Road. Cambria is a brand new hotel offering great amenities at a beautiful facility. You can book your next stay online, choicehotels.com. One poked away. Now Shepard has it up top. Gets it back into Wright. And that's going to be a charge call on Wright. So it'll go back to the Bruins 51-41.
That foul is on number 50, Thomas Wright. That's his third personal, second team foul. Fouls on number 3, Stephon Hughley. That's his third personal. Second team foul.
Trying to swing this one back up top in the corner. Wright will take the three-point shot. No good. Hughley battles for the rebound. 14:45 to go in this one. Bruins still within striking distance as they're only down 10. But just with the way that they have been playing the last couple of possessions, it just feels like a lot more. Henry Blair for three. They needed that one. Blair knocks it down. 51-44. You hear the defensive chants from the bench. And boy, the Bruins could use it. Back up top, Shepard takes the three. That one too strong. Blair gets the rebound. Pushing it ahead in transition. That one poked out of bounds. It'll stay Bruins ball. Hughley, turnaround, floating shot, got it to go. The lead back to 5. Opportunity to cut it to 4 here, 51-46. And you see some of the veteran players for the Bruins starting to assert themselves here in this second half, and they needed it. Hughley's and one opportunity, no good. Again, the free throw struggles continue for the Bruins, 51-46. Just under 14 to go. Wright trying to get this one out. That one tipped by the Bruins. And the Owls get the basket back as Wright scores. Pouncey pushing it ahead over to Brunson. Brunson up through the lane. Layup. Soft touch off the glass, and Brunson scores again. Back to a 5-point game. Again, the Bruins have done a good job in the last couple of possessions of working for that open shot, and that time you saw Brunson find the high percentage layup inside. Three-pointer from the outside, no good. Hughley able to sky for the rebound. He had a monster game on Tuesday, 15 points, 18 rebounds in the loss against Warren Wilson. Brush through the lane, and he'll get the inside layup. And that's going to cause Hopkins to come back to the game. Coach Burrows was giving Hopkins some rest here on the bench, and the Bruins have a spark. They now trail by 3. 12:29 to go in this one. Stay with us. Back in action here from the Davis Fieldhouse, 12:29 remaining. Bruins have been able to cut back to trail 53-50 as they have dropped more into a 3-2 zone here. Right. That turnaround shot ends close is good, but the Bruins switching to that zone. Back over. Blair from three. Got it! Make it a 2-point game, 55-53 with 12 to go. Again, the Bruins in that 3-2 zone, hoping to really lock down that inside game, and that'll stay Owls' possession. Again, credit the Owls. They've done a good job of finding those mismatches defensively for the Bruins. And now dropping more into a man-to-man defense. Coach Miller trying to keep the Owls guessing here, right? And that's going to be a foul, I believe, on Henry Blair on the reach-in. No, it's going to be on Hayes Brush.
That was on number 4, Hayes Brush. It's his first personal third team foul. Thomas Wright at the line, shooting 2.
And I was going to say, I believe they credited that wrong to Dylan Harris, who was not even in the game.
So for the Owls, they're going to remain number 3, Quintiles Causey, replacing number 4, Milos Zarajan.
And I am not sure what the issue is here. The referees are conferring about something. And again, unfortunately, we're not down by the scorers table at all to see. But Coach Miller came up to the official and said something and then pointed at the book. I'm wondering if maybe just there was some confusion in who the foul was assessed to there. Again, Bruins trail by 4, 57-53. We're nearing the halfway point of the second half, and Hayes Brush able to score in close. Opportunity to cut it to a 1-point game. Bruins continuing to battle here, but have not led since the, I believe, 3 or 4 minute mark, probably more than that, 5, even 6 or 7 minute mark of the first half. And they've been slowly chipping away at this lead, but have yet to be able to come all the way back. Brush's free throw is good. Make it a 1-point game, 57-56. Causey trying to go through the lane, and again, the Bruins doing a good job this time of really cutting off those lanes down low. The Owls really have made a concerted effort to get it down low to Hopkins or Wright, the 2 forwards for the Owls, and have been responsible for a majority of the scoring. Henry Blair stops, and the Bruins have taken their first lead since almost the midway point of the first half. They've battled all the way back, 58-57. Momentum is swung to their favor. Bruins back in the 3-2 zone. Back to Causey, over to Shepard. Trying to get it in close, and we're going to have a jump ball. We should have a jump ball, and it will be. That'll go back to the Bruins on the possession. That's got the fans excited here in the Davis Fieldhouse. Bruins with the opportunity to extend their lead here. Again, they have not led since about the 5 or 6 minute mark in that first half. Brush in close, and he's going to be fouled by Hopkins. So that'll send Brush to the line for 2. And in case you see it there on your webcast screen, that is Stephon Hughley, who is in the game but wearing number 44 at this time, simply because I believe there was blood on his uniform, so he had to switch. But that is the 3rd foul on Hopkins. And Brush calmly hits the first. And we're going to have a substitution coming in here for the Owls.
Sub for the Owls entering the game, number 23, Nathan Reed.
Nathan Reed, I believe, seeing his first action of the contest. Again, Wright is out now for the Owls. And it should be a lot of the fans looking for a lane violation. They're not going to get it. And we're going to have a travel call. Bruins will get it back. 9:46. Still a lot of basketball left to be played here, folks. But, again, you just feel the Bruins have grabbed some momentum here. Brush trying to get it ahead. Wright with the interception. 3-on-2. Shepard back up top to Wright. And the Owls will regroup. Causey driving on Brunson. Up top to Shepard. Three on the shot clock. Shepard. And it's going to be in close. It's going to be a shot clock violation. Good call by the official, as they said that Reed still had possession as the shot clock went off. Hughley getting it on the baseline. Working on Hopkins, not able to score in close, and this is where you don't want to pick up a cheap foul here. Hughley will get back defensively. Causey finding Shepard in the corner. 3. Got it. Gives the Owls the lead again, 60-59. And again, that full court pressure. Brush inside to Hughley. Back outside, Henry Blair. Got it! Big shot, Blair. Putting the Bruins on his back. Bruins lead 62-60. Back and forth contest between these two programs. Hopkins driving through the lane. Travel. Pouncey inbounds to Blair. Back to Brush. Hughley through the lane. No good. Reed pulls down the defensive rebound. Brush gets it back and is able to lay it in. Hayes, heads up play from Hayes Brush as he stepped in the passing lane, got the steal and the layup. 64-60, biggest lead for the Bruins since the first half. Shepard back across to Wright. Shepard gets it back. Now back up top to Wright, gets it inside to Reed. Reed working on Hughley. In close, gets the layup to drop. Again, the Owls back to that full court pressure once again. Over to Brunson. Back to Pouncey, now back to Brunson. Bruins having to regroup. Pouncey calling for the offense to set up. Brush to Hughley, top of the key. He hands this one off to Brunson. Brunson, little hesitation. Back up top to Pouncey. Pouncey through the lane, back out. Brush, three-point shot away, off the back iron, no good. Back to Blair, he'll take the 3. no good. Hughley, tip, no good. And the Owls finally pull it away. Causey pushing it in transition to Shepard. Shepard back to Causey. He'll take the three from the outside, no good. Hopkins gets the rebound, doesn't go. Brunson trying to chase down the loose ball. That's going to stay Owls' possession. 6.5 to go in what has turned into a very big back-and-forth contest between these two teams. And we are going to have a timeout for the Bruins. Our score 64-62 with 6:34 remaining. Chick-fil-A of Taylor's is a proud partner of your BJU Bruins. Chick-fil-A of Taylor's is located just a few miles from campus on Wade Hampton Boulevard. Check them out today or download the Chick-fil-A app. Stay with us. Exciting game here from the Davis Fieldhouse. Exciting turn of events for the BJU Bruins. They're back in it here as they lead 64-62. They trailed by as many as 12 in this game before battling all the way back. Causey driving through the lane for the Owls. Tries to kick it back. That one bouncing away, and now we're going to have a jump ball. It'll stay Owls' possession. 11 on the shot clock, as that will not reset the shot clock. Bruins again in that 3-2 zone. Three from right from the outside, no good. Hopkins gets the rebound and a lay-in. And again, Bry Hopkins, the difference maker for the Owls so far in this game. Don't have the official stats in front of me, but I would venture to say he's probably got 30 points in this game. Had 22 in the first half. Bruins have limited him a little bit here in this second half. And Brush is going to be credited with the foul here, as we're all tied up at 64-64. And that's going to bring us to our media timeout. Under 6 to go. All tied at 64. Back underway here from the Davis Fieldhouse. We're all tied at 64. Back up top, trying to get this one down low to right. Scoop shot on the way is no good. Back to right. Sean Wright in close, and he's able to finish and find. 66-64. Good effort there from Sean Wright to stay with the play. Pouncey bringing it back the other way for the Bruins. Blair. Slight hesitation. Turnaround loop shot on the way. Got it. That thing almost stopped on the back of the rim, but we got a tie game with 5 minutes to go. Swing pass inside. Wright. Free throw jumper. Got it. Sean Wright, back-to-back buckets for the Owls. This one's going to come down to the wire, folks. Owls hoping they can have a repeat of what happened in the first half. This is about the point where the Owls really turned it on and took a 10-point advantage into the halftime break. Bruins hoping to keep pace here. Hughley. And we're going to have an offensive foul. Stephon Hughley. That's just there should be the third on Hughley. Excuse me, it's the fourth on Hughley. So Stephon Hughley is having to stay close, and that might be it. It will be. Stephon Hughley is fouled out of this game. That is his fifth. So that'll be it for Stephon Hughley on the night, and that is a big loss for the Bruins. Kenny Garrick coming in. Hopkins able to hit the first. 69-66. Bruins have got to keep pace offensively here if they hope to stay in this game. Hopkins will hit the second, so back to a 4-point advantage, 70-66. Brunson to Kenny Garrick. Bruins can't panic here. Got to come away with a good possession. Pouncey. Back to Brush. And we're going to have a reaching foul on Evans. And I believe, no, that's just the sixth team foul. So both teams will be in the bonus the rest of the way out. Back to Blair. Blair. Tough shot, but he got it to go. Under 4 minutes to go now. Zarajanin has it at the top of the key. Bruins playing that 3-2 zone. Swing pass into the corner to Wright. Inside to Wright, back outside. 3-point shot away. Off the front iron, no good. Great job by Hayes Brush to secure the rebound. Gets it up to Pouncey. Back over to Blair. 3-point shot away. No good. Bruins wanted that one. And so did their fans. Brush. How about the play of Hayes Brush ahead to Henry Blair. Back across to Pouncey. Tie game. 70-70. 3 minutes to go. And again, the play of Hayes Brush jumping out of bounds. Saving the ball. Bruins converting to 2-on-1. They've got some momentum. Can they keep it? 3-point shot from the outside. No good. Brush again with the rebound. Pouncey in the corner. Brunson thought about a three there for a second. Back out to Pouncey. Inside to Garrick. Garrick with a hesitation. And it'll stay Bruins possession. Substitution coming in for the Owls. It's Andrew Shepard back into the game, replacing Chris Evans. And I think we're going to have a timeout here for the Bruins. We will. 2:39 to go, all tied at 70. 2:39 remaining in this one. Trying to inbound to Kenny Garrick on the alley-oop from the inbounds play. Garrick's going to be fouled. Creatively drawn up there. I think the Bruins were trying to pull something almost like a trick play out of the playbook here. You got the athleticism of Kenny Garrick, and that time just fouled on the way up. But Garrick will hit the first free throw. And again, we talked about it before. Free throws become that much more crucial down the stretch here, especially in a one-possession game like it is right now. Garrick will hit both, 72-70. 2.5 to go. Bruins in that 3-2 zone. Sean Wright inside, poked away. Bruins coming back in transition. Pouncey goes up the glass, and he scores! 74-70. Back inside to Wright. That one bouncing around. Hopkins gets it back. And pushing it ahead. Brush. Back outside. Pouncey. He'll take the three. No good. Owls pushing it ahead. Trying to catch the Bruins off. Pouncey gets the steal. Ahead to Brush. Trying to give it back to Pouncey. He keeps it in play. Now pushing it ahead to Shepard. Trying to throw it in down low, and it's stolen away again by Blair. What a back and forth sequence of events. Back to Pouncey, now over to Brush. Again, the Bruins have a 4-point lead. This is where you have to draw as much clock as you can with each possession, but also wanting to come away with a good shot. 7 on the shot clock. Pouncey through the lane. Back inside to Brush, and that'll be out of play. But the Bruins able to draw a whole bunch of clock off on that one. And you can hear their bench saying, all right, it's time to play defense. They need a stop or two. Skip pass across, inside to Wright. Driving through the lane. We're going to have a foul called, I believe, on Brunson. No, it's Pouncey on the reach-in. That's his second, team 7th. So 1-1 down the stretch for both teams. And then we talk about free throws being that much more important. They're important for the Owls as well. That shot on the way, no good. Garrick secures the rebound. Pouncey gets it across. Gives it to Garrick. Brush gets around his man. Loses possession. Back come the Owls. Shepard pulls back. Across to Wright. 3-point shot away. Off the back iron. Gets the roll, and it drops. They are going to call that a 2. They are going to call that a 2. Again, we don't have instant replay here to look at that. But that looked awfully close to 3. But again, another one of those balls that just bounces all around the rim. And that time you saw it, it was just bouncing and bouncing and bouncing. And then it finally went down. Back to a one-possession game. 74-72. And if you're the Bruins, again, the shot clock is off. So your main intent, at least this is what I would be saying in the huddle if I'm a part of the coaching staff here, is we don't have to shoot. So we need to hold on to the ball as much as we can to be able to draw as much clock as we can to be able to hopefully come away with a victory here. And if you're the Owls, you got to think that they're going to come out fouling fairly quickly. Pouncey on the inbound. Gets it into Henry Blair. Blair is going to be fouled. And again, this is where free throws become that much more important. You're up 2. Second foul called on Andrew Shepard. This will be a 1-and-1 opportunity. So Henry Blair at the line for a 1-and-1. Bruins need these free throws here. Blair's first. He missed it. Opportunity here for the Owls. And we're going to have a timeout. The Owls going to try to talk things over here. 20 seconds remaining, 74-72. So again, for the Bruins, what has been successful in them being able to stop the Owls has been their ability in that zone. So I expect them to go back to that 3-2 zone, and they have got to prevent the ball from coming inside to either Wright or Hopkins. Those have been the 2 key post players for the Owls in this game. So if I'm Coach Tony Miller, I'm saying those 2 guys cannot get the ball, especially in close. And then you have got to guard against the and-one opportunity. So again, that's the other crucial piece of this, is that if you happen to get beat, don't get beat and foul with the opportunity with the and-one. Because if you do, you go from a tie game to potentially being down 1 with just moments to play. We'll see how Coach Tony Miller has drawn it up here. And we'll see what the Owls are going to do as well. They'll have the inbound right next to the scorers table. It's Brush, Blair, Garrick, Pouncey, and Brunson for the Bruins. They are in that 3-2 zone. Gets the screen, drives to his right. Picked up by Pouncey. Gets right on the block with Garrett. Garrett, turnaround shot, got it in close. Was right. Gets it ahead to Brush. Brush has that one poked away. It'll stay Bruins possession. 4 seconds on the clock. And Coach Tony Miller is going to call a timeout. 4 seconds remaining. And at this point, it's not a catch and release type of situation. But you got to wonder who the ball is going to in this particular situation. Will Coach Miller go with what a lot of people might be assuming at this point in drawing something up for Henry Blair? I don't know. I almost would put the ball in the hands of Pouncey and see if someone in their drive could get fouled and or create an off-the-ball situation where you can free somebody up for a shot. But what a battle. What a battle for the Bruins as they have come all the way back, and an opportunity now to win the game. All right, here we go, folks. 4 seconds remaining, 74-74. Pouncey will inbound. Looking at his options. And I believe we're going to have another timeout. We are. So that's why you have another timeout in your back pocket, just for that particular case, as the Bruins started running it and were dangerously close to that 5-second violation. So Coach Tony Miller calling another timeout. That's the last timeout for the Bruins. I was going to say, there shouldn't have been any time that transpired off of that. So it'll be back to 4.2 seconds. And again, not a situation where you have to catch the ball and immediately shoot. Definitely a situation where you can make the inbounds and you're going to have an opportunity to maybe make one pass and or drive to the lane. Still plenty of time, even if you got the ball at the top of the key, to be able to go and try to generate something offensively going through the lane. I'll just be interested to see what the Bruins draw up here, because you could go about 5 different ways. Here we go. 4.2 seconds. Pouncey again on the inbound. Brunson. Back to Garrick in the corner. Pouncey for 3. Hits the iron. No good. That's exactly how you wanted to draw it up, though, as it was Pouncey who inbounded and found Brunson. Brunson passed it back to Garrick, but each one of those guys, you could tell strictly just by that sequence that neither one of them were supposed to take a shot. As you saw, Brunson got the ball, and he's won again. You go back to the region quarterfinal last year, and Brunson hitting that huge 3 to knock off Trinity Baptist and put the Bruins into the championship game where they went on to win another South Region championship. That particular sequence, you could tell Brunson was not the one that was supposed to shoot in that one. And so he passed it over to Pouncey. You got a clean look, a beautiful look from the corner, and it just didn't go. So close from a walk-off winner there. So we will go to overtime here in the Davis Fieldhouse. Owls and Bruins, 74-74. Again, Stephon Hughley has fouled out for the Bruins. I believe the only one in foul trouble for the Owls is Bry Hopkins. And back comes the Owls again. And it's going to be a charge right off the bat as Pouncey takes the charge, and Wright is credited with the foul, just his second foul. So the pressure is a little bit more off for both of these teams, at least for a little bit, as Blair goes through the lane, up off the glass, and it doesn't go. Henry Blair earns another trip to the free throw line. And that's going to be a foul on Wright, his third. And it will be double bonus. And again, Blair not able to hit from the charity stripe. He hits 1 of 2, 75-74. Hopkins. And that's going to be a foul on Hayes Brush. That is 3 on Hayes. So some Bruins starting to get into a little bit of foul trouble here. Hopkins at the line for 2. His first one on the way is good. Misses the second, so we are tied at 75 with 4.5 to go. And as I said a couple of times on this broadcast, both teams desperate for a win here. For the Bruins, they're hoping to climb back to close to 500. For the Owls, they want to hit that 500 mark. Brunson batting this one. And the Bruins will get the basket as Kenny Garrick scores. A defensive chance echoing here in the Davis Fieldhouse. 3:45 and counting. 3-point shot from the top of the key. No good. Garrick trying to sky for the rebound. Wright, now it's on the floor. Wright pulls it away, back across. Shepard thought about a 3 there, but mishandled it. Back inside, right, a turnaround shot, no good. And it's going to be a foul on Hopkins. And a technical foul being assessed here. That might be Hopkins' last. It is. So Hopkins has fouled out of this game. Not only that, but there is a technical foul that has been assessed to the bench as well. So coming into the game for the Owls is Smithy. But Hopkins is done, and with that, a huge part of the Owls' offense. Brunson will go to the line for, again, this should be 4 free throws for the Bruins. The technical fouls will be the first free throws assessed here. And Brunson hits both, and they will bring Brunson back to the line here. So Brunson could potentially hit 2 more here, and that would give the Bruins a 6-point advantage. So a critical, and I mean critical foul in sequence here, as Brunson able to make the 3rd in a row. Again, it just so happens that one of the best free throw shooters for your team has an opportunity to shoot 4 in a row. He misses that one. So it's just a 5-point game, 80-75. Back across. Inside to right. Right, double teamed on the block. Swing pass across. Back inside, right. His shot on the way is good. Still a 1-possession game, 80-77. Under 3 minutes to go in overtime. Brush hands this one off to Pouncey. Back to Brush. Brush, lots of space. He floats this one ahead. No good. And we're going to have a foul on Wright as he pushed off. That's a good call there for the official. And that's going to send Hayes Brush back to the line, where, again, the free throws continue to be a pivotal point in this game. Brush able to hit the first. It's a 4-point game, 81-77. Second one is good. 5-point game, 82-77. Right. Hands this one off. Back to the corner. Shepard spots up for 3 and got it. Big shot there from Andrew Shepard. He cuts it back to a 2-point game, 82-80. With 2:24 to go here in overtime. This one coming down to the wire, folks. Stay with us. Back underway here, over 2 minutes remaining in this overtime period. Bruins up 82-80. Looking to pull that lead even further, and they'll get a basket from Pouncey. What a big game he has had. 84-80. 2 minutes to go. Trying to get it down low. Wright has it. Wright trying to work. Shepard. Back across. Back to Shepard. He'll take the three again. No good. That's going to stay Bruins possession, Owls possession, as Brush was wrapped up. Back across. Shepard will take the three and again hits it. 84-83. Pouncey, under a minute and a half to go. Pouncey working on the double team inside to Brush. Back outside, Kenny Garrick, he'll take the three. Got it! Big shot from Kenny Garrick, back to a 4-point game, 87-83. Blair trying to poke this one away. He's able to pull it away. And one! What a big shot and sequence for the Bruins defense. Blair pokes it away. Here we got an and one.
That foul is on number 4, Milos Zarajan. That is his third personal. Henry Blair at the line, shooting one.
That is the third foul on Zarajanin. Blair will go to the line, hoping to convert here what would be a 7-point advantage, and it will be. Bruins putting on the full court pressure. Coming ahead, Wright, back the other way, over to Wright, 3-point shot away, not going to hit anything. Wright gets the rebound, and the Owls going to call a timeout here. Under a minute to go. And the Bruins with a 5-point advantage. Stay with us, folks. Each possession, that much more important. Bruins hoping to come away with a win. .52 seconds remaining. 90-85. It is Bruins possession here. And again, each possession for the Bruins, the main focus has to be clock management at this point, and then being able to make your free throws. Brunson across to Blair. Blair is going to get it across over to Pouncey now. Over to Brush. Again, the Owls not fouling at this point. Cross to Garrick, over to Blair. Blair, little hesitation, floating shot on the way! And Henry Blair, that's exactly the kind of sequence that you wanted to come away with. Draw enough clock and come away with a basket. Turnaround hook shot on the way, no good. That one hitting the rim. Coming back, and one! This one not done yet, folks. That's Tyson Smithy able to convert on the layup and stop the clock with the opportunity to cut into this lead for more points. 92-87 our score. And make it 92-88. Full court pressure from the Owls. Ahead to Brush, back to Blair. Ahead to Pouncey, he gets it back to Blair. Blair. Ahead to Brunson. Again, Bruins don't have to shoot. Shot clock is off. And we're going to have a foul. And again, you got to hit free throws down the stretch. Something that has been somewhat of a problem. For the Bruins, and Blair hits that one. 93-88. Definitely a two-possession game, and again, you don't touch anybody. They can go coast to coast here. Misses that one, but almost a good miss that time as they're going to have to go the length of the floor. 3-point shot away, no good, and that's going to do it. The Bruins able to battle back in this one from a second half deficit. And they're able to come away with a hard-fought 93-88 victory here in the Davis Fieldhouse as they snap a two-game losing skid. Big-time win for the Bruins as they're able to come away with the victory. Again, your final score here from the Davis Fieldhouse, Bruins 93 and Owls 88. Again, coming up, big week for Bruins basketball next week. Games on Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. So make your plans to join us here in person at the Davis Fieldhouse. If you can't make it, we'll always welcome you here on the webcast. That's going to do it for this game's production. Again, your final score here for the Davis Fieldhouse, Bruins 93 and Owls 88. I'm Johnny Gammett saying good night, God bless, and go Bruins.